Hi guys, 6th of May 2025, this is Kel going live from China, and let's talk about the crazy market talk with me once again. Okay, before that is our disclaimer apply as usual. Make sure that you do your risk management. All right. So without further ado, let's look at the market right now. There we go. All right, guys, this is the Dow Jones and this morning, and you can see Dow Jones today. Very important. The number that you pay attention to detail is this number at 41,231.4. That is the opening price of the day, and the MLP today is 41,252, which means that the MLP is above the OP, and there's a sell signal. And this morning, the pivot tool is actually at 41,263. This is a sell signal too. So because of all that result today for the Dow Jones, as long as it stays below OP, it will be a sell for today. Now, one thing to note is that the MA30 is still residing nicely above the current price level. So that means that gives some support in the market. The KSI is green, the KCX is black. So both of them gave you the bullish signal for the time being. So the downside would not be like immediate. It'll take some time. And the main thing is this, it has to break the yesterday's low. Now, one thing to note, today is a DJDD at the same time. Therefore, the market will take the opening price very seriously. Okay, so if you look at the whole thing right now, if you ask me what will likely be happening, if you move your mouse to the low of yesterday, there will be at 41,000 flat. So which means that if the market is a drop, it will drop down to this low here, which is 41,000 flat. Okay, likelihood you'll go there, and once you trigger that result, there should be a typical breakdown recovery syndrome that is possible. Only if the market closed below 41,000, then we might be able to see the KCB at 40,688. But how about the upside then? The upside is possible. If the upside stays below OP and it cross past pivot 2, most likely you'll go back up again, and this will likely take down the pivot 1 level. Okay, so this for the Dow Jones as of today. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the gold market. Now, gold is going crazy, and I've given you the buy signal. That's 2 days ago. I told you gold should be coming up soon, and truth be told, it actually really happened. So one thing to note for today's gold, it is a diamond formation right now, 4 diamond. Why is that 4 diamond is there? Because the bar is yellow in color, the KSI has flipped from red to green, the KCX is black in color, so one of them has flipped from a sell to a buy, and then the coloration itself is yellow, green, black, so that is how the 4 diamond will appear. So can we use 4 diamond now? You can't, because in the market, the close finish first, then tomorrow will be a very important day. So there is a KCB on top at 34.24. Now, is it possible to reach there as well? Why not? Anything is possible, yeah? Okay, the thing is this for today. You can see very clearly that the opening price is 33.37, MLP is 32.86, so which means that the market is above the MLP, it's a buy signal. The MA30 is actually a bull, and then the KSI is turned to green, KCX is black, so all of them give a strong buy element. Okay, that's something to take note of. And then of course at the same time, now, the thing is this, the market has broke above the pivot 1 at 33.61, a very strong buy signal. Above pivot 1, above OP is always a strong buy signal. All right, so guys, take note of that. Okay, so upside 34.24. I think 3381 is a KTL plus 3. I think I put my profit there. I think I'll take a rest first. I'll let the market decide and wait for a while. Yeah. Okay, the next market to look out for, it will be the Bitcoin market. Now, I told you Bitcoin, there could be profit taking in the near term, and it's happening. You can see that Bitcoin is coming down, and yesterday we have some selling on Bitcoin. The KSI is red, and that is not a good sign. So I already told you guys that one thing to know about the stock market, if the Bitcoin is coming down, usually the stock market will also come off. So for today, the pivot 1 is at 94,799. So if Bitcoin can travel past 94,799, then it will be a buy up in the market. But if the market fails and pulls back down, I think today may even see 92.55.5. Now, if that actually happened, that should bring the Dow Jones lower. Yeah. Now, do note there's a bit of stack at the bottom between the MA30 and MA200. So I believe that the market might be pulled down to just to finalize this move. Now, if the market can handle 91,000, we should see a rebound back again to the higher level. But if the market breaks below the 91,000 MA200, then the next stop will be at 87,000, and that could be very drastic. But with the KSI having it rate right now, I think you need to be very careful, especially the retail are not following through. This is a very concerning factor at this moment. All right, next market to look out for, it will be the currency market. And I told you guys, Euro will break 1.3 level. It's out by 1.3 level. It's coming up again. So one thing to note is that now the Euro 1.13 is holding at the moment. So if today's a DJDD for the Euro, so if the Euro can stay up, okay, that will be a sign that the dollar is weak. At the moment, it's holding on and it's staying above MLP and MA30 at the moment. KSI is red, KCX is blue, so the negativity is still there. Now, the lower it can go is that the 1.11955 level. Upside level should be somewhere around here, and that will give me approximately about 1.13, sorry, give me a moment here, 1.1415 level. Okay. All right, so that will be the market for the Euro. I need to explain the other thing. Okay, then how about the Hang Seng? Now, Hang Seng just came back from the US, China holiday, and today Hong Kong is moving right now. Hong Kong market, right, I think as long as it stays above 22,589, if it stays above it, we are fine. But if the market breaks below the pivot 2, then the selling could bring it back down to 22,244 level, right? Now KSI is green, KCX is black at the moment, so bullishness is still around at the market. So go slow, everyone. Okay, let's look at the last market for today before we go off, and that will be the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq itself, right, has turned red color for the color change, and this is a sign to watch out for. The market has been moving up for the last few days. KSI has been green, KSI is black, so all is good. But today itself, we can see that the market opens and straight away stays below the MLP. This is not a good sign, and then likelihood you'll be going to the 19680 level for the KCB. Of course, from where we are right now, it's at 200 points away. So is it possible? Well, I believe it will happen. And because of the MA200 is holding it right down, I think this could bring some selling in the market. Okay, so traders, take note of that. I believe that the market should be able to see this in the near term. Okay, guys, that will be all for today's sharing. I hope you love this video. I keep it short and simple. And then next time we'll see you again with the revision side itself. Okay, bye-bye.